Karen, I'm curious for the clients who come to you or thinking about leaving academia. What are some of the things that they would like to have in terms of supports that they are not getting? And setting aside things like compensation,
Yeah.
are there are there things that
Yeah.
they are lacking from administration that would make their jobs better, would maybe help them stay longer?
Well, that's funny because as I was last night, I was thinking about this. I was thinking, what would I say that institutions could do better? And I just found myself writing, pay more, pay more, pay more, pay more. That would solve a lot of problems. But I know that's a budgetary issue far outside, the realm of possibility in most cases. Um, so I'm actually going to speak to something. It isn't exactly a solution, but I think it's a window onto one. What people have said to me over and over and over again is that they would do the overwork. They would tolerate it. They would tolerate the long hours and the low pay if they felt that the job still had meaning. They don't feel the job has meaning. And in fact, the term that came up on my Facebook page and elsewhere is moral injury, the feeling of moral injury of being a faculty member in these times. And what that means is basically acting against your own values. And it's often associated with being betrayed by leadership. It's a big thing. It's a complicated concept. I can't go into it. I'm not an expert on it, but this sense that by being a professor, you're acting against your own values. That is something really, I think, quite unprecedented in academia because it used to be the place where you enacted your values in sort of higher learning and so on, and training of students and so on. And I'm not sure what an institution can do about that, but I think probably the very first step is stop gaslighting. Gaslighting is a way of life on campuses where deans are constantly telling you that you're happy and that you should be happy and that every change they make is a good one, even though, clearly one of my job at Illinois that all of our independent language departments were going to be collapsed into one school that had one administrator, and that was a good thing for us, and we should be happy. Don't gaslight us. We're smart. That would go a long way.